Pillsbury. This is a great opportunity and I'm looking forward to it. First of all, I'd like to welcome you all to the signing ceremony. And obviously when you have a signing ceremony, we need to thank some people. Obviously we have a tremendous faculty. We have our coaches who have done an unbelievable job, all the way from our high school coaches to middle school to youth teams, and also your parents have been unwavering in all the years of driving the practices, games, whether it be youth, high school, everything. In our Bolles mission statement, it reads that the Bolles School prepares students for college and for life by inspiring excellence, courage, integrity, and compassion in an academic community dedicated to a nurturing mind, body, and soul. We strive for excellence here at Bolles, and obviously you all are a perfect example of it. Our athletes work just as hard in the classroom as they do on the field, the gyms, and the pools. They are here today because of your support and because of their hard work and dedication. Each year we have 3 of these signing ceremonies. They're all happy occasions as we get to see the opportunities given to these student athletes. Today I will ask each coach to come up and to recognize their student and to announce their college selections. At the conclusion of all the introductions and the announcements, the athletes will all sign together. There'll be plenty of opportunities to get photos. You can get them individually with friends, family. It's your time. But I also want to remind you that this is being live streamed on Facebook and that it'll also be on our website. So we'll start off with our first coach, Stephen Stan.
Good morning, everyone. These young men, Jack Camp and Parker Adams, they started running cross country back in the 6th grade. At that time, I don't know if they could see over this podium, and they've grown into fine young men who have run thousands of miles over the years. Jack will be taking his talents to Washington and Lee, where he'll be running track and cross country, focusing on the 800 meter during track. Parker, who was a state champion this year, will be taking his talents to Florida State University, participating in track and cross country. So, congratulations to both of them.
Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the track and cross country coaches and on behalf of all of our teammates, I would like to congratulate Stella Brunel on signing her intent to compete letter to run cross-country track at the University of Richmond. I am very fortunate I got to coach Stella since she came out for cross-country in 7th grade, and it's been a pleasure to see her journey as a runner during that time. By her own admission, she struggled to run a mile at her first cross-country practice, and to go from there to be a top 10 runner in the state cross-country meet 2 years in a row, and to be part of our state championship teams in cross-country and in track has been just amazing just to watch her journey. So she's been an inspirational leader for all of the girls on the track and on the cross-country team, and we all wish her well at the University of Richmond. Go Spiders! Next up, Matt Tobin, head football coach.
So while signing day is a celebration of these young athletes up here, it is also not just about today as the destination, it is the process that brought them here. And then as we celebrate these athletes, they also need to keep in mind all the trainers and coaches and parents that poured into them, that have helped develop to get them not only to up here on the stage, but to the people that they are. And so while we celebrate you, we do feel that as you go throughout today and as you go through signing this document, that you make sure that you also honor all the people who poured into you to help you to this day. And with that being said, we'd like to begin the football signees for this signing turn. So our first one is Luke Stenson. Now, Luke Stenson has been the kicker for us for the last 4 years. He's also a 3-sport athlete that is currently competing on the soccer team and will be lacrosse in the spring. That he had 22 touchbacks this season, 50 extra points with a long of 39 yards, and that kicker is a lonely existence on a football team. Like, you disappear, you don't practice to work by yourself, you are on your own, you have to be self-motivated, and that every single time that he got a chance to go out there and do his job, he did it to his fullest. And we are extremely excited to announce that he is signing with Division III powerhouse Mount Union. One of the themes we're going to talk about is sometimes the altered path that takes you to where you are today. And then when Trey Brown got to us as a sophomore, he was a receiver, and then he was a defensive back, and then he was a corner, and then he was a safety. And then finding your way, but being that adaptable and making sure that you are giving yourself opportunities. Like, I don't know what the road is going to look like, and I don't know what in the future you're going to play or what position you're going to find, but the way that you go about your business, the way that you attack each day, the way that you practice, gives you a chance to be successful wherever you are. And so Trey Brown is signing with St. Thomas University in Miami. Next up is CJ Ennis. And CJ Ennis was a leader of our defense, from a kid who as a 9th grader would not talk to any adult on the team, to someone who was the foundation of every single call, communicating, getting the defense lined up and making sure that we were solid and sound, being a leader of that group. He also has an unofficial record of 8 interceptions on the season, and that is signing with a full scholarship offer with Morgan State. MJ Jenkins, the definition of a scholar athlete, 4.5 GPA currently, is going to play football at Furman. That we were incredibly excited to have him this year. A physical presence, but his enthusiasm and practice is contagious. Began the season with an interception and the kickoff classic, and they continue to be a physical force throughout the year. And so MJ Jenkins signing with Furman University. Troy Holloway, aka Superman, aka Mullet, aka Flo. Troy has been a mainstay in our defense for the last 3 years. The last 2 both recording over 100 tackles in each season. This year, leading the team in tackles with 105. Contributes in sacks and coverage, like his utility knife, that does so many things for us. And then we are incredibly excited to watch him continue to play football at Sewanee University in Tennessee. Next up is Jalen Ross. Jalen's, as a corner, sometimes your ability to contribute in the stat line is difficult. Like, as a corner, if you're doing your job, like, you never hear their name because no one ever throws the ball your way. And Jalen had an extremely quiet and therefore successful season, and that most teams decided that before the game even started, like, we're not going in that direction. He contributed on special teams, but was a major impact on our ability to play defense. Is worked his butt off in order to get where he is today, and is going to sign a full scholarship at Delaware University. Again, the path is different for everyone, and Emmett Brisbane came in and immediately had an impact on our football team. Was a major contributor as a sophomore, and then unfortunately running a route for a touchdown, gets cut on a tackle and ends up tearing his ACL as a sophomore. Works his butt off to recover, goes through the entire process, misses the summer, comes back during the season, plays a full junior year as he's rehabbing through it, is posed to have an amazing senior year, and then breaks his leg against Oakleaf in the middle of the season. Comes through, not a second does he worry about it, goes through and starts the rehab process, so that he's able to take the field again as we go through the playoff run. And whenever we need him, he was there. In probably the darkest moment potentially of our season, we're sitting there at halftime down against Bishop Kenny, and Emmett Brisbane goes out and has 213 yards rushing on 29 carries and wills us to victory. And then I'm incredibly excited to announce that he is signing with Furman University. Next up is Chase Collier. Chase Collier has been a 3-year starter for us at receiver. that is a dual sport athlete, also participates on the track team, was part of the 4x100 state championship last season. That Chase's contributions when he has the ball in his hands are immense. That he is, again, the biggest when we need him the most, 100 yards receiving against Oakleaf. Big games against Norland last season as a sophomore against American Heritage. But what makes Chase so special is what he does without the ball. Like as a receiver, they are inherently kind of selfish human beings, not Chase. That you hear receivers in the league and everybody, they want their touches, and Chase wants to contribute. But what we define, how much you love and care about your team is defined by what you do when the ball is not in your hands. And Chase murders people when the ball is not in his hands. Like he is blocking to the whistle, he is doing everything he can to help out, and the things that he does that don't go in the stat line are the reason that he is signed with Baylor University today. That's what Chase Collar said. And then our final signee is not here today because he started class on Monday at Wofford University. And Ethan Drum, our quarterback, did an unbelievable job of developing for 3 years while he was here, 3 years prior to becoming the full-time starting quarterback as a senior. He threw for over 1,800 yards, 22 touchdowns, and had a QB rating of 102, which nobody really knows what that means, but it's really good. At that, his ability to lead the team and his ability as a person to drive the people around him and be a force multiplier with all of his teammates was a huge part of what made him successful, and that he is currently in class at Wofford, and that we'll be starting spring ball in a month or two, and that we're incredibly excited to follow his career as we go through. And so, Ethan Drum signing with Wofford.
Good morning, everybody. Congratulations to all of you guys on all of your accomplishments. My name is Trey Leonard. I'm the boys golf coach, and I'm here to introduce Luke Velasquez, who will be signing with the University of North Florida. Luke is actually a lifer, having started just right over here at Whitehurst in pre-K. And personally, it's really cool for me because I've known Luke and had the opportunity to teach and coach Luke since he was in 3rd grade over at Whitehurst. Luke has been a member of the golf program since 7th grade, which is back in 2019, by the way. We had to go way back and figure that out. So on the golf team since 7th grade, made the playoff roster as an 8th grader, and he's been one of the top 2 scoring averages for us since his freshman year, helping us to 4 consecutive state tournament appearances. This year, Luke had an incredible season, helping the team win multiple tournaments while also finishing at the top individually. He capped all of that off with an impressive postseason run, as he was the district and region individual winner, and then he was tied for 2nd at the state tournament for our classification. Congratulations, Luke, on all your accomplishments, and good luck as you continue your golf career to the next level.
Good morning. For Bolles Boys Lacrosse, the past few years we've been really trying to get on the national stage. To do that requires a lot of travel in the off season, and a lot of that travel involves going to Baltimore or Long Island, where lacrosse really originated in the States. So the player that we're going to introduce and congratulate today has decided to attend college in one of those areas. I know he loves fishing too, so I'm curious to see how he's going to do fishing in Baltimore. But I'd like to congratulate Jake Kearns on his commitment to Goucher College. Luke Spencer, Luke's one of our lacrosse players, and we're proud of you, Luke.
Thank you, and good morning, everybody. Congratulations to all the student athletes that are signing here today. Abby Bradley joined the rowing team in her junior year, and she was right away very successful. Her boat qualified to compete at Youth Nationals last June while she was still in her first year of rowing. Abby is a co-captain on the team. She inspires the team. She leads the team very well, and it's her goal to compete at the Youth Nationals again this spring. She's also very engaged in the Bolles weightlifting program and almost qualified for states this year. It is my pleasure to announce that Abby Bradley will sign today and will continue her academic and athletic career at the George Washington University.
congratulations to all of you. What a fantastic group we've got up here. For swim and dive programs, I'm excited to announce 3 new signees, just as an opportunity to say thanks to all the people that signed. The last signees, and again, we'll sign again in April. We'll have another signing ceremony for all those that are looking forward to that. We'll have more people up here to be part of this incredible legacy here at Bolles. Today for swimming and diving, we've got Wyatt Porch signing with Florida Atlantic University, Alston Chin signing with Columbia University, and Alex Primavera signing with Emory University. All 3 of these gentlemen have played a lot of different roles in our swim and dive teams for our undefeated state championship run in the last 37 years. So they continue to hold that tradition strong and lead our groups in the pool and out of the pool. We're really, really proud of them. So thank you, gentlemen. The honor of closing this out, so I just want to speak to our signees for just a second. You guys can take a second, just a moment, sit up tall. Seriously, sit up tall. Okay. I just want you to think for a second. This is a journey. This journey gets more and more challenging every year. And I want you to think back for a moment on all the people and the decisions you had to make to get here, the people that helped you get here, the process that got you here. I want you to think back on that with an attitude of thanksgiving, an attitude of gratitude. Think back and be gracious for the people that got here, because that's the thing that's going to help you moving forward. You can continue to think about what you get to do, not what you have to do. If you can continue to hold on to that gratitude as you go into your next step, we want this to be a starting point for you, not an end point. Be gracious for the journey that got you here. If you hold on to that gratitude, your next steps are going to be really incredible. So with that, you can take your pens, go ahead and sign your papers. We will celebrate this February signing class here at Bolles with a big round of applause. Sit a couple of times for pictures, and we'll invite everybody else to come down for pictures. Thank you very much for coming out and celebrating this morning. We appreciate everybody's support to get everybody